You might study for 3 hours while your friend puts in 40 minutes. The next day, he remembers everything, and you remember almost nothing. This isn't an intelligence problem, it is a technique gap. That gap can be closed by changing the way your brain interacts with the material. The 3-2-1 method bridges this gap. It forces your brain to stop merely looking at information and start retrieving it under pressure. To begin, gather your tools. Find a quiet space, your textbook, a completely blank sheet of paper, and a pen. These tools provide a clear objective. You are reading specifically to produce a completed gap sheet, which keeps your focus on identifying what you actually know versus what you are just scanning. Step 1 is the mindset. Before you read a single word, imagine you will face a pop quiz on this exact material in exactly 10 minutes. Manufacturing this urgency causes your brain to actively value every sentence. Details become important because they are about to be tested. Now we execute the 3 of the 3-2-1 method, 3 focused reading passes. Traditional studying fails because it treats every reading of the text exactly the same. We are going to give your brain a specific job for each pass. On the first pass, identify the big picture. Look for the main structure. Don't highlight or slow down. Absorb the concept's shape. The second and third passes zoom in. You catch specific names, numbers, and connections missed during the first pass. Even after 3 highly focused reads, your brain is still only recognizing information. You feel like you know it because the page is familiar, but you haven't actually tested your memory yet. Recognition is not memory. To build a lasting grasp of the material, you have to transition from reading text to actively retrieving it from your mind without the book's help. This is where we use the 2. Close your book, put away your notes, and explain what you just read out loud to a blank wall. You will get immediate feedback. The concepts you truly understand will flow easily. The details you've forgotten will make you stutter and stop. Stumbling during this exercise is a success. It identifies the exact facts that would have caused you to fail during an actual exam. When you hit a wall, open the book to check the missing detail, then immediately slam it shut. Keep the information source closed while working. Start the explanation over from the beginning. This second round of teaching forces you to actively fill in the gaps you just identified. Speaking has one major weakness. It is fast. Your brain can easily gloss over missing facts by using filler words, which can trick you into thinking you've mastered the details when you haven't. Verbal recall exposes conceptual blind spots, but it often moves too quickly to catch granular mistakes. You need a slower, more honest test for those. Step 3 is the 1. Take your blank paper and write down everything you can remember without checking your notes or the book. Writing is the ultimate test of honesty. You cannot bluff on paper. Every gap in your knowledge shows up as a physical blank space. Once you have written down everything possible, place your brain dump side by side with the original source text. Now, finalize the process. Use a pen in a different color to manually write the missing details into the blank spaces on your paper. These colored corrections represent the specific data points your brain was most likely to forget. By forcing your brain to map out its failures and then manually correcting them, you convert those vulnerable details into much more durable memories. You have condensed a 2-hour passive study session into a focused, high-retention block that takes much less time. Apply the 3-2-1 method to your next reading assignment tonight and see the difference in your recall tomorrow. For those who want to teach this method to others, I have a step-by-step visual presentation available on Patreon through the link in the description. This system works for text, but how do you handle information you only hear once? Things like verbal directions, names, or a single conversation? Navy SEALs use a specific, zero-error auditory method to memorize vital information under extreme pressure. We break down exactly how in the next video.